Hello and welcome to another update video about AGIX. The AGIX chart showed us a breakout to the upside of the descending broadening wedge pattern. I only mentioned it in the last video that these tend to break to the upside. However, is that already the beginning of the next move to the upside? Is this already the fifth wave to the upside, which could reach $1.78, $2.17 next? Yeah, we'll talk about that in this video and what we need to see for that and what my perspective is. Obviously, looking at the bigger picture, maybe we start with that. We have two scenarios that I find likely, okay, and one that I find a little bit uber bullish, which is a little bit unrealistic. However, I cannot rule it out, of course. So the white count is the very, very bullish one, which suggests that we are in the midst of a larger degree third wave that could that third wave alone could take us to $10.50 plus, or it should really take us to $10.50 plus, but I don't believe the count is too bullish. Also considering what other coins are doing, we should consider every chart on its own, but then there are two more probable scenarios on this particular chart here as well. So let's focus on them maybe initially. I mean, we can always revert back to that more bullish count when needed. But then we have the orange count, in which a 5-wave pattern to the upside unfolded and peaked here most likely, or maybe it gets another squiggle higher, but it's a 5-wave pattern which is nearly complete. This is the orange count. I don't like that one so much because the 4th wave looks a little bit out of shape, a little bit protracted, and the 5th wave is super long compared to the wave 1. So I don't really believe that either, but it would be my second most likely scenario. But just to clarify, in this scenario here, we basically could have formed the top already, or we are about to form a top, because what we do is we take the length of waves 1 to 3, we go to the low of the wave 4, and typically we say, the 61.8 extension is a key target for a 5th wave that has been reached. Surely we could go a little higher than that, but it's basically done what it needed to do. We've got 5 waves to the upside. The top could be in at any point. But we are tracking support, so as long as support is holding, I have no evidence that a top has formed, So then we have the yellow count, which is currently what I'm following primarily. In the yellow count, the initial move up was an A wave. The move down was a B wave. I think I added that a few weeks ago, this scenario, but it becomes more likely because the white one is a bit too bullish and the orange one is basically finished. So we need something in between. So it makes sense because altcoins tend to move in ABC structures. In this scenario, we have an ABC structure in wave A, which topped in February last year. Then we had a B wave pullback in the yellow count, which looks good in terms of proportions. So that makes most sense. And then the C wave rally to the upside is unfolding right now, possibly as an impulse, and in which we had a wave 1 completed. The wave 2 bottomed in January this year. That was around 23.5 cents. And the third wave possibly topped most recently here. That was at around $1.45, $1.50 in March. I have to say, I haven't got a very, very good read of the microstructure, okay? It's not very clean, but we are using the Fib levels to determine ideal targets. And the third wave reached a 200% extension that's already extended. It's already extended. The 4th wave pulled back into support, touched the 23.6 Fib level. You see that here on the daily chart even better. Yeah, you see how it dipped into the support region and saw a substantial reaction already. That's again for anybody who added a position at the 23.6 Fib level. That's what these boxes are for if you want to use them. It's up to you if you do that. But essentially, from this top, the price already rallied like 28 to 30%. However, the shorter time frame count reveals that, while a low could be in this wave 4 after a third wave topped in March, while a 4th wave could be in, the rally is only a 3-wave structure. Can you see that? By the way, let me just change something because I would love to change it rather to an ABC structure. Away from a WXY, so it's more probable count here. But A wave down, B wave up, and the C wave down could be next. It could have topped already. I mean, if we look at, I prefer yellow at this stage. If we consider Bitcoin, it might get another squiggle higher, yeah. But if we talk about resistances, so resistance for a B wave is typically to be found standard resistance between the 50% FIB level and the 78.6 FIB level. And it's basically all the way up to $1.32. We've seen a reaction now to the golden ratio level at $1.22. So that's one thing. But also what we can do, you know, this looks so much like a three-wave move. So this might have been the A, the B, and the C. So what we can do on top of that is we can calculate a target for wave C in B. And we do that by taking the length of wave A, we go to the low of the B wave, and the 100% extension level was reached at 125, pretty much, yeah? So it's basically technically complete. If we now break, I would say if we now break back below this trend line, sort of, you know, and then also take out the $1.02 level, that would probably be a good confirmation that the B wave has actually topped and that we come down in wave C, in which we could test the 73-cent level, which at the same time would be the ideal target for a fourth wave, yeah, more generally. So that's my update about AGIX. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.